wedding is the most beautiful moment of your life.
Lies!
Weddings are a bad signal for narcissists to destroy your life and rip your heart out of your chest.
Sophia, really?
We're gonna find out.
Today we're gonna prove that weddings will ruin your marriage.
Or not.
You decide in the comments.
With 3 stories of weddings that get more and more disastrous.
Let's go.
My coworker's diet is too restrictive, so I didn't invite her to my wedding. I am getting married in a few months, and I'm currently finalizing the guest list. I work in a small office, and we're a pretty tight-knit group, so I decided to invite most of my coworkers. There's one coworker, let's call her Jane, who I get along with well enough, but we're not super close. By the way, this comes from Unlucky Girl on the BestofRedditorUpdates subreddit. So here's the thing. Jane has a lot of very specific diet restrictions. She's vegan, gluten-free, and allergic to a bunch of common ingredients like soy and nuts.
Dude, this is literally my mom.
That's tough to be vegan and also allergic to soy. Whenever we have office lunches or potlucks, it's always a bit of a challenge to accommodate her, and sometimes she just brings her own food because it's easier. When I was working with my caterer to plan the menu for the wedding, I realized how difficult and expensive it would be to create a dish that Jane could eat. I was already stretching my budget, and the thought of spending extra money to accommodate just one guest felt overwhelming. This is ridiculous. I don't think OP is in the right here. Okay, now I'm gonna go on. So I made the decision not to invite Jane. I felt bad, but I rationalized that we're not that close, and I'd rather avoid the stress and additional cost. I didn't mention anything at work, but word got out that I was inviting other coworkers, and Jane noticed she wasn't included. She confronted me about it and seemed really hurt. She said she thought we were friends and that she would have been happy to bring her own food, which she's done before, if that was an issue. Now some of my coworkers are giving me the cold shoulder, and I'm wondering if I really messed up. I didn't want to make her feel excluded, but I also didn't think she'd want to come if I couldn't accommodate her diet. Am I the a-hole for not inviting Jane to my wedding because of her diet restrictions? What's your thoughts, John? Because I have thoughts.
Oh, we have so many thoughts. I am wondering why OP couldn't have said in the invite, like, hey, it might be hard with all the planning and everything we're doing to like be able to put together something that like has a full accommodations. You're obviously welcome to do whatever you'd like, but obviously wanted to extend the invitation if you're still down and would like to.
OP is the a-hole. And OP should have said what you just said of saying, I'm going to invite her, and then say, hey, we don't have it in our budget to support, specifically your dietary restrictions, but I would love to still have you there. But instead, OP was like, oh, that's actually harder, so let me just not invite her in our small workplace where obviously it's gonna get out that she's the only person not invited.
But what if you are about to get married and you have a coworker that can only eat seafood and you hate seafood?
Why can they only eat seafood? What? These are ridiculous.
What do you do with them?
You invite them and you say, hey, we can't afford to.
And seafood would kill me.
I feel like Riley is
No one only
and I
eats seafood.
can't invite you.
I eat other things.
Oh, I wasn't talking about you.
You zeroed in on me.
He literally zoomed.
You just don't invite them for the safety of your own well-being.
No. What? You just don't have that food at the wedding.
But they can only eat seafood.
No, they can't.
Well, what
It's
if
wrong.
what if the person's wedding, they are all about protein, and they're like, okay, this person won't have a lot of protein there. Let's get them seafood, but I will die by seafood.
Tofu.
What if they don't like tofu or the idea of tofu?
Too bad. Then they bring their own food.
But what if you're afraid that it would kill them?
What?
This is all theoretical, just in a world.
You're just trying to what if me, and you're a little.
I'm not what ifing anyone.
You
I'm just
are
saying.
what ifing. You literally just said what if like 6 times.
Kids, please.
But this is a relatable story that I'm afraid will
It's not a
happen.
relatable story. OP is the a-hole. It's cut and dry.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna read the relevant comments.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Who I bet agree with me.
Let's see.
Ali QV says, info, did you think Jane was somehow not going to find out she was the only one not invited? Dole Advantage says, this, especially in a small office, there was no way another coworker wouldn't mention the upcoming wedding in a conversation. Reasonable Raccoon says, I didn't want to make her feel excluded. So you excluded her? Why didn't you just talk to her? Seriously, this was such an easy conversation. Jane, my caterers are going to charge a fortune to prepare one meal you can eat. Can I just give you $20 and you bring your own food?
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
I wonder how people think they're mature enough to get married but not communicate a simple issue like this and rather just treat someone like crap. You're the a-hole.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
Before we get into
And
this
I have an
update.
answer.
If OP was like great friends, besties even, with the
Besties.
other coworkers, but not with Jane, would she then be within her right to not invite her to the wedding, and why?
I think that have a right to not invite anyone.
Yeah.
And if let's say you're friends with literally everyone else in the office, but you're like, I'm not that close with Jane, or you have a right, but office politics. If you invite everyone else, if every other kid in the class gets a piece of candy and you say,
Oh, I didn't bring one kid piece of candy.
teachers get a bit mad at you.
It's also just strange to me how like OP hasn't mentioned anything else about, I don't know, like I feel like if I liked someone and I was like, oh, I would legitimately enjoy their presence there.
What?
Uh-oh.
Guys, I don't even have that restrictive of a diet.
Guys, Riley put a invite Sophia or nah poll.
Why
and
are
it is
there 3
literally
votes against
50-50.
me?
It is literally 50-50. Guys,
What the
we need
heck?
some votes to start pouring in right now. Sophia's
This is
wedding.
ridiculous.
This is, I'm on the edge of my seat for
I
this.
don't even want to come anymore.
Wow.
So do you want me to die, or should Sophia come to have a good time?
I don't only eat fish. And you're also not even allergic to all fish.
Riley or Sophia just shows up to Riley's wedding with just pounds of shrimp, just
Pounds of
wet
shrimp.
raw shrimp,
Yeah.
just like bring
I
that
just
a skillet.
chuck it at him.
Yeah.
I've got like the hibachi set up and I'm like,
Instead of rice, you're just
Yeah.
throwing
Yeah.
shrimps everywhere. Honestly, if you did that at a wedding, that'd be fire.
that'd be really cool.
Honestly, that'd be great.
But you know what else is, what was happening?
I was opposing the hypothetical. If she didn't actually enjoy Jane, would she be the a-hole? Which we concluded not.
Yeah.
But it's like, you like this person. It's only for, why would you not want to invite her?
Yeah.
You're making it harder for you, for her, for everyone.
You're just going to look like the a-hole in the office.
Come on.
You're the office a-hole. Update.
Date.
I've realized I was the a-hole.
Uh-oh.
First, I want to thank you all for your honest opinions on my original post. It's been a few days since I posted, and I've had some time to reflect on the situation and your responses. After reading through the comments, and honestly after sitting with my own thoughts, I've come to the conclusion that yes, I was the a-hole in this situation. You were. I won't lie, it's not easy to admit this. When I first made the decision not to invite Jane, I genuinely thought I was being practical. I convinced myself that since we weren't that close, it wouldn't matter much to her, but in doing so, I completely overlooked the fact that this isn't just about logistics or budgets. It's about a relationship and how our actions, even those we think are small, can have significant impact on others. Shocking.
Oh, consideration.
Opie's just now learning about
What?
consideration.
Huh?
She's like, wow, kindness?
I thought everyone was in numbers in a spreadsheet.
Yeah. My actions have consequences?
No.
What?
I mean, I
no
will.
one told me.
I will at least be like, okay, at least OP is coming
Realizing,
around. I'll
yeah.
give OP that.
I realize now that by not inviting her, I wasn't just excluding her from a celebration. I was sending a message that she wasn't worth the effort. And that's not the kind of person I want to be. And here I was making her feel unwelcome because I didn't want to deal with a bit of extra planning. After the post, I decided to reach out to Jane directly. I apologized for not inviting her and explained that I was wrong to let my stress and budget concerns get in the way of our friendship. Jane was surprisingly understanding and appreciated the apology. We had a good talk, and while I'm not sure if I can undo the hurt I caused, I'm hoping we can move forward from this. I've also realized that sometimes the effort we put into our relationships, especially during significant moments like weddings, is what truly matters. It's not just about who's closest to us, but also about making people feel valued and included. So for anyone out there planning a wedding or another big event, take it from me. Don't get so caught up in the details that you lose sight of the people who matter. Thanks again, everyone, for helping me see this more clearly. I'll do better from now on. And that is the end of that story. I guess we're on the right track.
Yeah, so how we feel, OP did switch up. How are you now feeling about OP, Sophia?
I think OP was stupid, but I think that I will allow everyone a second chance if they're willing to put in the work.
Now, question, if someone accuses you of wanting to bring deadly food items, could you then forgive that person
No.
by chance?
I
No?
don't think I could.
No second
I don't
chance?
think I would give them a second chance.
Hard line.
Hard line, yeah.
Wow.
Why would you, in the first place, bring deadly things to a wedding? So,
Yeah. Bio warfare.
yeah.
Am I the a-hole for committing biological warfare at my friend's wedding? Riley, chat's invited to your wedding, right?
I could live stream it, yeah.
Right? We got to just find someone to switch.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Someone's got Bradley has to produce his own wedding.
Don't give me a challenge.
Don't get him started.
I'll have AI Riley do it.
Yeah, you have years to figure it out.
How many likes on this episode for you to invite chat to your wedding?
I'm not gonna say 10, 100,000.
100,000.
100,000? That's not that many.
Go big or go home.
Well, I don't even know if I'm gonna get married right now.
Yes, you are.
Right now?
If we get 1 million
No, but
likes,
the thing is,
Riley has to get married.
That's no, what I'm saying is right now, if we plan, like let's say your wedding happens in like 10 years.
Wow, thanks. I was hoping 5.
33 is like a normal age to get married.
Dude, at
My dad
33,
got married
people
at, like-
die.
My dad got married at like 33.
Okay, well, he's Californian. I'm a North
Okay,
Carolinian.
but now you are California.
You know how many years behind I am on getting married? 5. I'm 5 years behind. I was supposed to get married at 18.
Okay, this is not the point. What
I
was
should
the
have
point?
3 kids by now.
Okay, fine. Let's say you get married in 5 years.
Thank you.
That leaves 5 years for the likes on this video to accumulate. So I feel like you should give a harder goal.
With all the whole shows and plans that we have, I like 100,000.
100,000 is not that much though. That's really easily achievable.
No one's gonna like come back at this. Let's just
Yes,
be real.
they
guys.
will. You don't think that they're gonna clip this when you say, "Oh, I'm getting married"?
All right, 100,000, yes or more. Final answer.
100,000.
100,000. I like 100,000.
Riley really wants you at his wedding.
That's what I'm saying. Bring chat. Bring chat. W's in the chat.
And no, I'm just saying for me, being a North Carolinian, being 30 as a North Carolinian versus being 30 as a Californian are 2 different things.
I know, but you're in California, and if you're dating California girls,
It's undeniable.
it's undeniable. You'll be waiting.
Dude, no, you can't take the North Carolina out of the boy.
But you can keep the California in a girl.
That's what.
All right. Enough torturing Riley. Let's get into the next story. So, my monster-in-law is going to destroy my wedding because she hates the catering.
All these catering stories.
I'm getting married and I have an insane mother-in-law. Like, got kicked out of hospitals for abusing her cancer doctor crazy.
Oh.
Interesting. And she always complains about having to go to a restaurant that has gluten-free options that aren't a salad. By the way, this comes from Count of My Mountie Crickles on r/OK Storytime. Great username. She's paying for the rehearsal dinner and we gave her a long list of places where there are gluten-free options, all in a good price range. She doesn't know any of the restaurants where I live, not a single one except the list we gave her. She to my fiance about it so badly that he straight up said that he wouldn't invite her if she was going to do these kinds of things to me. So bravo to him. He literally has to tell his mom,
Yeah.
I'm gonna uninvite you from the wedding if you keep treating my
You're not
fiance.
coming to my birthday party if you're gonna treat me and my fiance like this.
She always makes sure, literally tells it to my face that I am a huge inconvenience.
Damn.
I am literally the bride. It sounds like you're an inconvenience, mama.
Yeah.
Added, my friends and my family decided if she makes us go somewhere I can't eat, we're all going to get drinks somewhere and hang out. Everyone is on board.
Wait. Question. OP's the gluten-free person?
Yeah. Hold on.
I thought it was the mother-in-law.
Yeah, I thought that too. So we're running it back real quick.
Run it back.
She always complains about having to go to, okay, it was worded very confusingly and I was with you as well. So she's not complaining like, hey, make sure we go to a gluten-free restaurant. She's like, oh my God, we always have to go to gluten-free
to a gluten-free
because of OP. That
That
makes a lot more sense.
I get it now.
Dude, wow. Hey,
Yikes.
welcome to the bad reading comprehension crew.
Boom.
Boom. Got him, because we don't get it. Okay,
Got
here we
nothing.
go. Got nothing. So, added my friends and family, decided if she makes us go somewhere I can't eat, we're all going to get drinks somewhere and hang out. Low key, maybe it's a financial thing, but why even let her do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I would rather sit at my house and make tacos with my homies.
Literally. I also just don't eat out that much. Like, I
True.
prefer to eat here and make food.
True.
We should make tacos.
Tacos are great.
Shrimp tacos.
Dang it. I knew she was going to say that.
What'd you say?
She said shrimp tacos.
Got him.
You know what actually is really upsetting really quick?
What?
I had the best shrimp recipe, like truly the best shrimp I've ever eaten. But I am no longer friends with the person who has that recipe. And my phone decided to be a meanie and delete my past messages. So I no longer have the recipe.
Is your iCloud synced with your computer?
I think so.
You could go back to that.
I've literally shed tears about losing this recipe.
I love she's like, the friendship, it's okay, but
Who
the
cares?
shrimp.
No, you don't understand. Everyone who's ever eaten the shrimp has said this is the best shrimp I've ever eaten.
I'll take a bite of that shrimp.
It's so good.
I had coconut shrimp, and I'm worried that is what caused my.
Probably.
It was like
When?
almost 24 hours, and then it literally hit at like 3:30 yesterday.
Are you allergic to coconut and or shrimp?
I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see.
Continue.
So everyone is on board and happy to make sure that she doesn't come near me during the wedding. The evil monster-in-law, mother-in-law. I am not going to let a narcissist ruin our wedding, and my friends are on board to keep her away. I will say hello and goodbye.
Hello.
But if she tries to say anything more, I'm going to walk away and talk to someone else. If she makes a scene at my wedding, well, I'll watch her make a fool of herself and embarrass herself in front of everyone and enjoy the show. Because no one is ever on her side because of the way she acts.
Yeah, no one likes her. No one likes you.
No one likes you. Can't sit with us.
You can't freaking sit with us or come to this wedding.
Uninvite mother-in-law to the wedding.
I think it might cause a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But maybe just saying, I think the husband could do that. I think the husband, if he's
ask, go through whatever channels.
Yeah. If he's like, I don't want
ask
my
the
mom to
husband.
come, then that's his decision.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, just being like, you know what? Let's exclude her from all of the planning and like give her a babysitter at the wedding.
Yeah, planning for sure. And it seems also that OP has a means of like being able to handle it pretty well. Because of that,
Yes.
I think like, okay, you can, but if it escalated anymore, then maybe like.
Could you do the trusty mother gets a friend or a pal for the day?
That's what I was saying. A babysitter at the wedding.
How do they not catch on though?
Well, if you're just given with a bunch of attention, I think they catch on. Or they won't catch on. They won't catch on.
Right. Yeah. They're like an undercover babysitter.
Yeah.
basically.
You're like, oh, mom, just come over here.
Tell me about, what's that? Tell me about your latest crochet.
Yeah. Tell me
thing.
about your gluten-full recipes.
Yeah. Tell me about your gluten hate group.
Yeah.
Gluten-free hate group, I should say.
Why do you think we
I'm
invite your
trying.
girlfriend to the potlucks?
Oh, she's your babysitter, John.
What?
Your girlfriend is your babysitter at potlucks. That's what Riley's saying.
We don't want your old man in the place.
I just got so lost right there. Also,
This isn't one of the apps, Riley. My messages isn't one of the apps on my iCloud.
Huh?
It's not one of the apps.
we'll solve this.
Wait, is it in iMessages?
Yeah,
Well,
Oh
then
my
you
gosh.
go on your computer and you look it up.
but it's not in my iCloud.
We don't know. We have to look at your computer.
Yeah.
I've done this. Also, Christian needed help with a very specific problem on his laptop, and I helped him out, and it felt really nice because he does an acts of service for me, and I did acts of service for him, and I felt like crazy.
I love
Awesome.
that for you.
I love that. That's so great.
I want to say there was lime on this.
Sophia, focus on the star.
I can't
not the
focus
shrimp.
now.
Oh my god! I just have to put like dangle a piece of shrimp in front of the screen with the star. Like, oh my god! Put her on a treadmill with a shrimp hanging on it. Oh my god. Anyways, let's get into these relevant comments, ladies and gentlemen. Pluto has planned says, "Ew, that's gross behavior.
Yo,
Don't let her be involved in any part of the planning."
agreed.
In that part of the planning or any, if that feels right to you, if she's going to act like that. It's literally your wedding. I hope you have an absolutely delicious gluten-free meal. I thought it was a girlfriend meal. Absolutely delicious gluten-free meal with your loved ones and a great wedding. OP says, I didn't even really want a rehearsal dinner because I feel guilty about someone else paying. Yeah, you don't really have to have that.
Yeah.
I guess that's a
What?
big tradition. Rehearsal dinner?
Yeah, everyone has a rehearsal dinner.
Okay.
Most people. I won't say everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
At least two.
Yeah. 2 people that Sophia knows specifically.
Yeah.
And I sort of don't want to have one again.
Again. Why would you have another one?
Oh, yeah, wait.
Were you married before this?
Dude, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Deep Crater says, she just sounds like an awful person. I don't think it has anything to do with your celiac, which is why she can't have the gluten.
The gluten.
You're the bride. You're the prize. I said that, not the writer. The number one priority is you and your partner. OP says, thank you. I've been so low maintenance, frugal, and just focusing on people having fun. My BFF keeps having to remind me I am the bride. I think she thinks it's her wedding. By the way, if you guys hear a certain sound in the background, please let me know in the chat. I don't think it'll come
They
through.
never will.
But
I made sure of it. I tested
made sure?
one day
You
and
tested?
put lawnmowers in the back to make sure
Wow.
no one could ever hear it.
we hired a team of
Lawnmowers.
people to just mow lawns back and forth.
Yeah.
Dude, Riley thinks of it. My God. Who are you really? Says, yes, she's awful. Next time she's rude to your face, tell her she needs to remember the lessons from her parents' generation. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all and grin and bear it.
Ain't that the truth?
Amen, sister.
Amen, sister.
And guys, we have an update from 1 month later. It's possible this could have happened. Riley, could you bring that poll back up if possible? Yeah, so 89% of people are saying uninvite her from the wedding completely.
Is this uninvite me though?
No.
No. This is uninvite.
Okay.
Yeah, the first poll was about you.
Got you.
But this poll is now about the monster.
Yeah.
Don't invite her. Do you agree? Don't let her.
Don't invite her.
I think right now I'm gonna say no because
I think no. Yeah.
OP's like I have a way to kind of like laugh it off.
Yeah. I think they have their own solutions right now.
Yes, we have an update. Maybe the wedding's already happened. Let's see. Well, the situation has been fixed.
Oh, wow.
But I think I almost gave my mother-in-law a stroke.
I read that and I was like, the situation has been fixed.
My
mother-in-law got a stroke.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah, red flag, right? I was like, dang, this wasn't that bad.
We fixed the situation.
Yeah, we
removed
got
the
it
problem.
handled, okay? She had a little stroke.
She had a spill.
She got a lot more controlling than just the restaurant. Surprise, surprise. First, she called me and screamed that no one in her family can eat at the restaurant we chose and that they all looked at the menu and said they all want pizza. They told it to me, somewhere I've been glutened before.
She's been glutened.
She's been glutened. I love that
I love
phrase.
that term.
Yeah, that's amazing. She said, no one in my entire family can eat there. Everyone will be sick. They all hate it. By the way, not giving a crap about my family.
Yeah, I've been meated before.
That's tough.
Recently?
No.
Good.
I knew what it would sound like and I wanted to make you laugh, but
And
now
she
I
did it
actually
anyways.
regret it.
No, it was great. I loved it.
Okay, good.
When's the last time you've been meated?
Making some gags.
Months ago.
Months ago?
Yeah, someone had, what's it called? Bacon.
Oh, bacon in the macaroni. Wait, was that? My girlfriend meated you?
No, that wasn't your girlfriend.
Oh, no, my girlfriend, non-vegan someone. She brought mac and cheese and had milk in it, and someone took a bite of it.
I'm not vegan.
No. She did something else to someone else.
I got you.
Somebody clip that, please.
Wait, who meated you?
You know. Oh my God, you were looking at me. It wasn't a really big deal. I mean, I feel like if it's an accident, I don't really care.
And I
Keep
was
reading.
yeah, I
Oh,
should
sorry,
keep
what were you saying?
Oh,
I was
man.
looking at Riley, so
Sorry.
now I'm totally out of the loop.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It's okay.
Sorry. I'll text it to you, John.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the story. She said, no one in my entire family can eat there. Everyone will be sick. They will all hate it. By the way, not giving a crap about my family. So basically not. Its family doesn't say that. So I decided to call each and every one of her family members that are coming to the rehearsal and ask if they are fine with eating what we picked. Turns out mother-in-law had called everyone trying to get them to agree with her about getting pizza.
She's doing like the, what do they call, like the politics calls when you call the cold calls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What do they
when
call
you're
them?
saying
When
like
you're
trying
like,
to
hi,
convince
would you
someone
like to, yeah, are you interested in voting for this person?
and they're both doing it
Yeah.
to each other. So someone go, "Brr, hey, you don't want to eat at this place, right? Like you want some pizza? Like, oh yeah, pizza sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Like,
and then OP calls up and says, you hate that pizza place, right? You would be really down for this other place, right? And they're like, I actually am voting third party.
yeah, right. Yeah. I'm an independent. I feel bad for the people in the middle, honestly. They all said they told her they wanted the place we picked, and half of them couldn't even eat pizza. Boom, celiac gang in our house.
Hey,
So she flat out lied.
flat out like a pizza lied.
Nice. And she just really wants pizza.
Girl, you can get pizza any day.
Just come on.
Any day of the month.
You can't spend literally one night without getting pizza. What are we talking about?
She needs pizza.
She even started inviting and uninviting whoever she wanted.
You what?
What? She was cutting people out of the dinner who actually ate participating in the rehearsal and adding people in who weren't. So she's like,
How is she getting away with this?
Bro.
Is she cold calling them?
oh my God.
Who's letting her just invite? Like, why does she have the authority to do this?
I think she's just doing it.
She's just calling them up and
saying,
she's like,
"You're
hey,
uninvited."
bad news. OP wants to uninvite you. Don't talk to her. Don't confirm this, though.
yeah, no, then you'll be
yeah.
out of her life completely.
Yeah. She'll hate you.
Oh.
You don't need to follow up on that. Wow, Wubsy.
She called 2 weeks ago and snapped, we're getting pizza and you have no choice.
Just literally get pizza every other day.
You have no choice, Batman. What are you going to do? Save the people in the hospital or eat the pizza? So I told her I'm paying for the rehearsal now. Not you. We are going to go where we want. You can go get pizza.
Yeah.
This 76-year-old woman responded by screaming. She didn't scream no or actual words. She just screamed at the top of her lungs.
Wait. She calls OP up and she's like, we're getting pizza. And OP says no. And she goes, ah!
You could have a sweet potato pizza. Those are cool.
I've had a cauliflower
Sweet potato
pizza.
crust.
I've had a cauliflower crust pizza, which was pretty good.
I need to try that.
I'll make it for you, brother.
Thanks.
I want that.
I might meet it, though.
What? You're meeting the crust?
You might meet my crust.
No, meet the pizza.
Okay, well, don't meet it.
You can meet my pizza any day. She screamed at the top of her lungs. I hung up and blocked her number. My significant other is amazing, and that night sent her a text telling her she is no longer a part of the rehearsal or wedding planning.
Makes sense. Oh, does that still mean she's coming to the
That
wedding?
still means I think she's coming to the wedding.
I think at this point I could see maybe uninviting her.
I think so, yeah. He's been ignoring her texts since, obviously checking for emergencies, but it's just her saying mean crap to him. I'm so glad to live 350 miles away from this psycho. I just wanted to eat. What in the F? How dare you, Opie?
You just wanted to eat. Well, guess what?
What?
You ate.
Oh! And you got us because you can join us every weekday, 3 p.m. on YouTube. We're
You
live.
have us every weekday.
Come in. But let's close out with some relevant comments because that's all that's left. Rajane86 says, if she is bad as you say she is and you don't want her at the wedding anymore, hire security. I've seen too many posts and other subs about it. It's great when you're waffling on how to delicately approach the situation and they go nuclear and it solves it for you. Isn't it? Forward Bass says, in some locales, you can call the local police non-emergency line or drop into the local station and ask about hiring an off-duty officer in uniform if you wish to provide security presence at the wedding and reception.
Whoa.
Be sure to say they'll get free food too.
Whoa.
Comes
free
with
food.
a good old plate. They may refer to you as their local FOP. Don't know what that is. But young officers are always looking to pick up the odd security job here and there to make some extra pay. Their presence tends to have a calming effect on troublemakers. Good luck and best wishes. OP says, oh, this is good to know. I F you not, my entire family is ready to kick her out physically, but I don't want them to have to spoil their time. An officer would be better. And dang, it'll be funny when she makes a scene. Only thing I will say to that is it not easier to just uninvite her from the wedding altogether?
If you think she's going to make a scene, maybe just don't invite her.
Because the family already doesn't like her, right?
No one likes her.
Literally no one likes her. Everyone's like ready, like, tell me when, I'll kick her out.
I'll kick her out. Just don't kick her in.
They'll hire some security maybe just to make sure she doesn't come and make a scene.
Agreed.
But hopefully you can only hope. You tell her, hey, you're not invited, and she's like, all right, screw you guys. And
screw you guys.
That's what we hope. But we don't hope that this episode is over.
We don't hope that.
We don't hope that. I think there's like one story left, right?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh, good. Oh,
I think so, right?
I hope so.
Well, we can use that other story that we didn't use.
Okay.
If we need another one.
That's true.
All right.
And I might temporarily abandon you.
Are you going to come back with your food? Or are you going to go eat in silence?
What are you getting?
Whatever is in my fridge.
Wait, did you not order food?
No, but I have a cauliflower pizza. Because
Well,
I thought everyone wanted food.
well,
That's when I was going to eat it.
Oh.
Wow.
But I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back very
We'll be
shortly.
back.
Leave me here with Sophia.
I will do that. Adios. See you guys soon.
Okie dokie, bye-bye. My brother demanded I move my wedding date 2 months before the wedding. That's too soon.
No, he just wants a new brother that bad.
He's like, move it even closer. So I, 28 female, am getting married in 2 months. My fiance, 29 male, and I have been planning this wedding for over a year.
Oh, wow.
We picked the venue, sent out save the dates last year, and everyone has known about the date for ages. Like, we're all in. The venue is booked, caterers, flowers, photographer, basically everything is set, and deposits have been paid. At this point, we're just counting down the days, excited to get married and celebrate with everyone. By the way, this comes from Master Reach 1977 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So enter my younger brother, 25 male.
He's got to have a name.
Jim. He just got into the super competitive internship program that he's been wanting to for a while, and he's over the moon about it.
Congrats, Jim.
Nice. I'm genuinely happy for him because I know this is a big deal for his career. The problem is, he found out the start date is the same week as my wedding, and he told me he can't come anymore. Obviously, I was disappointed, but I assumed he'd be a little bummed too, and we'd move on. Instead, he asked me if I'd consider changing the wedding date. At first, I thought he was joking, but nope, dead serious. He's all, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I really don't want to miss your wedding, but I can't be in 2 places at once.
Interesting.
Just clone yourself.
It's weird that like OP didn't say that.
Yeah.
Like it's a once in a lifetime thing. Cause you just have the day off. What?
Yeah, come on. I told him there's literally no way I'm changing the date. We're 2 months out. Everything is booked. Invites have been sent. Guests have RSVP'd, and people have already planned time off and booked hotels. Not to mention, moving a wedding isn't as simple as just picking another day, especially at this point. There's a whole cascade of other stuff I'd have to move. And that's if the venue even has another date open anytime soon. He got annoyed and basically said, so you care more about a party than your brother's future?
Wow. It seems like you care more about yourself than your sister's
Future. Which really pissed me off. Like, come on. It's not like I didn't give everyone, including him, a huge heads up about this date. He's known for over a year. I get that the internship is important, but it's not like he couldn't have communicated with them and tried to work something out, right? He could have said, yeah, after he got the thing, he could have said, hey, I have one conflict.
Do you know anyone like this that would ask you to do something like this?
I don't think so.
I do. They're huge narcissists. It's pretty crazy.
I'm like trying to think if this is me.
No.
Okay.
They live in
Like,
Georgia. You're fine.
Okay, I was like,
No, not you.
okay.
You're very considerate.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
A little too considerate sometimes.
Now my mom is all over me about it, saying that I'll regret not having him there, and that why does she not understand? And that I'm being selfish by not even considering changing the date. You should say, okay, and then come back like an hour later. I've considered it and I'm not changing the date.
So the mom's mad?
Yeah.
Has she never been married before?
Apparently not. She doesn't know what goes into it.
What?
She's implying that family is more important than one day, but I feel like this is the one day that is actually about me and my fiance. Also, if the family is more important than one day, then he'll get over it. This is, in her words, just one day. This is the one day that's actually about me and my fiance, and I don't think it's fair to be expected to turn my life upside down to accommodate his work. My dad is staying out of it, classic, but I can tell he thinks I'm being a bit unreasonable too. What is up with his family? Fiance is backing me up, but I can tell he feels weird about the whole thing. He's a big family guy and doesn't want any drama, but he also knows how much we've already put into this wedding.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. They can pay if they want to move the wedding.
Who, the
brother and the family.
Yeah, true. I'm just like, why not pay for a plane ticket?
Yeah,
the brother.
I just don't understand. I don't want to sound like I don't care about my brother, because I do. I love him and I hate that he won't be there. But at the same time, I don't think it's reasonable to ask someone to change their wedding date this close. It's not like we're talking about a birthday party or something. This is a whole wedding. So yeah, am I the a-hole for refusing to change the date and basically telling him if he can't come, that's on him? Or should I be more flexible here? And there are some relevant comments to finish this story off.
Fixman says, sounds like the brother is the golden child.
I think so, because this is a really ridiculous request
Mm-hmm.
to expect that OP should, fulfill. This is 2 months before a wedding that they've spent thousands of dollars on.
In today's economy.
Yeah, it's not just like as simple as literally being like, oh, we'll just push it to the next day. You don't know if you can get the venue that you're at. You don't know if other people can do that day.
The caterers, can they move that day? The videographers, the photographers, are they also booked those weekends?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Ridiculous. Lyco Karen says you can't move mountains for him. You can't screw over everyone else who saved the date. There's no argument here. The date is the date. Now, I get that he doesn't want to make waves, but my sister's wedding seems like an easy ask. Is it on a weekday? Why can't he do both? Civil Butterfly says this: a lot of times travel, hotels, time off can't be rescheduled. Everyone else planned accordingly. They shouldn't all be screwed over for one person. And David says, I guess it's because it is a very competitive internship program, especially since its start date is the same week as the wedding. Don't you agree that if he did that in his first week, that would be a huge red flag for his managers? Just to be clear, OP is not the a-hole, but it looks like you didn't get the first part of the story right. I don't know. It would be maybe a red flag, but he has to, I don't know. I think you can talk to your bosses about that. But he cannot ask his sister to do this. And that is the end of that story. My boyfriend's son is the worst. I'm walking away. My 53 female boyfriend, 53 male, has a son, age 14, who lives with his mother. In the past, we had gotten along. However, about 18 months ago, everything changed.
Uh-oh.
By the way, this comes from Green-Eyed Magic on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. Son did not like living in our home due to the rules and boundaries his father and I set up.
Only 15 minutes of screen time.
That's a good one.
That's tough on a kid.
I would do that.
How else are you supposed to watch VeggieTales?
That's true. You're right.
Or play Minecraft?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think I had probably more, but that was only in 5th grade when I had electronics. So he left and now lives with his mother. It is worth mentioning there is a history of physical and emotional abuse by the mother on her 2 children. She and my boyfriend have been divorced over 13 years now, and he fought for custody rights in the divorce to try and protect his children from her abuse. Unfortunately, both children keep running back to their abuser. On to the current issue. Son's mother was going out of town for the weekend and had arranged for Son to stay with his father in our home. The only stipulation was Son needed to be taken home each day to feed their pet guinea pigs. All arrangements were made and agreed upon, so my boyfriend and I made some arrangements for fun activities for Son while he stayed with us. We were to have Son from Thursday night through Monday, and my boyfriend adjusted his schedule to accommodate getting him to school and feeding the pets. Friday morning, boyfriend dropped Son off at home and he was going to go to school from there. Later that morning, boyfriend called me because Son had called stating he had an accident on his bicycle on his way to school and could not attend because of it. Note, Son is notorious for skipping school at least twice a week, and mother always calls his absence in, so it is excused.
Oh boy.
Y'all need to drive this boy to the front door. I was contacted because I was closest in distance at the time, and I offered to pick Son up and take him to the hospital to make sure there was no major injury or concussion. Son called his mother. He was excused from school. I was told to step off, and the issue was over. Mom was extremely upset. Her son called her while she was away and told her boyfriend to leave her alone. Boyfriend picked up Son after work, and he stayed the night at our home. By the way, Son never speaks to me anymore, doesn't want anything from me, so I give him just that. Nothing. It seems like no one is really parenting this child effectively.
Doing his own thing.
He can do whatever he wants. And I think, I mean, I don't know. I understand that, parents are busy and don't necessarily always have the time to, some parents are able to drive their kids to school. Some parents have to have their kids take the bus.
Yeah.
Like in that sense. But here, I do think one solution, if your child keeps skipping school, is to drive them and watch them go into the school. It depends on their situation. But Saturday, boyfriend took Son and started on his day of errands, a few chores around the house, and planned to take Son on a 4x4 off-road adventure in the afternoon. During their time together, boyfriend talked to Son about skipping school and tried to offer some guidance. Father-son talk. Son complained that the way the world works is unfair, then had an emotional meltdown over it, full on crying. It's his go-to move to get his way.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
One errand was taking Son to his home to feed the guinea pigs. Boyfriend waited over an hour in his car for Son to come back so they can continue the day. Boyfriend was playing games on his phone and didn't realize the amount of time that passed. How did you not realize an hour passed? Son did not communicate anything to his father, would not answer the door, and when boyfriend called him, Son said he was not going with them and locked him in the apartment. The upsetting part about this is that Son didn't bother to tell anyone he had planned this and left his father outside to wait. When boyfriend got home, we discussed some options. Wait, you just left your 14-year-old?
This dude's already an adult. He gets to call his
God.
own shots.
Apparently. In the end, it was decided boyfriend would go to collect his son in the evening, and if Son refused to come or communicate with him, he would have to get the police involved. Reminder, mom is out of town, and he had already stated she did not want to be bothered. There was a 1-hour showdown, and Son would not come out of the apartment. He did not answer calls from his father and turned out all the lights, pretending no one was home. Boyfriend then called the police. Yeah, it seems like neither bio parent is willing to actually put in the work to parent their child. And every time OP tries to, she gets shut down by everyone involved. So, I don't know what you do here. But I know that you guys can join us live every weekday on YouTube at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile. I showed up just as the police were talking with the son in the apartment. Police said they spoke with his mother and she gave permission for her 14-year-old to stay in the apartment overnight alone. She's just doing the same thing that she does with the school. Like, he skipped school and she's like, I told him he could do that.
She covers for him.
She covers for him every time. This is not how you parent.
You're going to be the downfall of your child.
Yes. Police also said son felt threatened by father, made accusations of abuse, and had another hysterical breakdown. After some discussion and laughing at the police advice, the mother and son needed therapy. They'll never do it. We left. This was the last straw for me. I told my boyfriend that I will support him every way I can regarding his relationship with his son, but I refuse to be in the same situation or same vicinity of that boy ever again. Should his son need to be in our home for any reason, I will not be. Any vacations planned, which include the son, I will not participate or attend. It seems harsh, but I refuse to get in the way of my boyfriend's relationship with his son, and I refuse to be around to see how this boy disrespects everyone because he believes that the world should revolve around him. I do not want to witness his disrespectful attitude, hear how he speaks to his father and grandmother, nor do I believe I have to. It hurts me to do this, but I have reached a point where I believe I have no other choice. So am I the a-hole? No, I don't think you have to put up with this. It seems like everyone's being just kind of letting this slide and you're being affected by it. So
the closest thing I can think of that I could relate to is if I was with someone and they treated their dog badly or their dog was acting out, I would get the ick. And then I would probably want to leave.
Yeah, no, I'm always like, people have like badly behaved dogs who, you know, obviously sometimes you get like you adopt a dog and there's stuff, but if you just have a dog that you're not even trying to train.
That and the way you talk to the dog or the way you react with the dog.
Indeed.
This is crazy. If you do not enable, you will not have entitlement issues with your child. Just dump the man, Savannah, banana.
Yeah. He was like, I don't want to make him choose, so I think that we need to like either
just break up.
Yeah.
YouTubers, put in the comments what you think should be done here.
But that is the end of that episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.